Hey there, fam. Thank you so much for joining me for the first general tarot reading of the week. If you're watching this in the future, hey future, how's it going? Thank you for joining me too. Isn't this a very interesting thing to see in the shuffle? Trying to let go of some anxieties. We're trying. We wish to flourish. We wish to flourish. First of all, fam, what am I starting with the tarot cards for? That's just not normal. Interesting that that's what I wanted to do first, don't you think? All right. We're just gonna enjoy it when it's different, because that's a spice of life, wouldn't you say? And for now, I'm just gonna set those down. And be stubborn. Let's do it. Let's see. My attention is very much so over there. How about you? It's like I want to be over here, but what? What is it that even with all this grooviness happening, there's still this? I mean, you know, human. I'll give you that one. But what? Is it because they're opposites? Is it because it's new and you're worried that you don't know what to do? That, you know, has it been a while since you felt like a noob? Got you all awkward, maybe? Does anybody even know? Can anybody even tell how awkward you feel? Or does it look to them like you're rocking it, asking for a friend? Because this is someone who's done a lot of planning. They're strategizing, right? They're looking out. They want to expand. It's similar to the Fool, except this one knows exactly what they're doing. They're not just like, yeah, you know, throwing caution to the wind. They're turning to the wind. Like, where are we going to go? You going to take me to that horizon or what? Where are we going? Just want to do one more of these. I'm feeling one more. Oh, now I get to cut a deck. Yay. Listen, if we're all just going to be smartasses, and by that I mean me and my team, because, you know, I got some spicy ancestors. How about you? I'm always saying that, I'm going to haunt some people when it's my turn, because, like, why not? I don't want to be scary. I think that it can be unsettling to catch that vibe. You know, it's like your human brain is just trying to reconcile the sensation. So there's no need to make it worse. But I want to have some fun, and I want to confirm some shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh. The poet jumped out at us, fam. Because of course it did. Hello. Let's read that one first. What do you think? Card 7. Almost got it on the first try. Then I had to make a 5-point turn. The poet's work is There's a kitty being silly over there. This is really difficult all of a sudden. The poet's work is to feel immensely and not be afraid. I don't know if I agree with that, Kim. They must seek out truth in the darkest corners of the world and carry it back for all to see. This unique capacity resides within us all, regardless of our relationship to creativity. And when the poet energy is present, there is a call for deep honesty and reflection, for seeing the big picture within the little one. The poet resides effortlessly between the personal and universal. It's possible that others may not seem to listen or care about the poet's work, but do not be discouraged. The words of the poet ring true for centuries to come, soothing the wounds of despair and violence that captivate our world. The poet's work is never finished. Find your voice and trust that the wind will carry it. Oh, man. The poet is related to the shaman. We see the shaman so the bleep much around here, and we just recently saw the bridge. These archetypes hover in the meeting place between the everyday and the sacred. It's likely there was a poem or poet that was meaningful to you at a young age. Revisit and reread it now. Be open to its message. When light, clairvoyant, wise, timeless. When dark, harmful words, sharp tongue, thwarted creativity. So that fear thing, the thing about not being afraid, I feel like in most of our societies and cultures these days, we're reaching that point of it's okay to be scared with certain things. You should be scared. Certain things are nerve-wracking, and that's just kind of a part of the journey, right? I think it's more important to be aware of what fears hold us back versus which we're able to push through. Because we should make sure that we're not pushing through those which should be cared for, right? Rather than freight training it. But then also, what are we holding back on because we're afraid and unable to go out and see the truth to share with others? For some reason, my nerves are getting me with reading today. Like, I'm going to mess up, and then I do. Oh, self-fulfilling prophecies. All right. Our soul recognizes the truth. When someone speaks it, a cool wave of relief washes over the room, and all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of Aletheia. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. If I'm mispronouncing this word, I will not be offended by any corrections. It's all good. Where'd I leave off? When we hear someone speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. And the Aletheia card requires us to step toward an act of truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act. Are you kidding me? Or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and source of belonging in the world. Truth has its own wings. Set it free. It is said that the resonance of our voice changes when we speak a falsity. In this light, practice seeing truth as a vibration. Picasso said, "We all know that art is not truth. Art is a lie that makes us realize truth, at least the truth that is given us to understand." Yeah, that quote always gets me at first, and then the ending, I'm like, all right, there we go. I'm very particular about the truth. My bullshit meter is fierce, and I really have no respect. As soon as I figure out that I can't trust someone, I want nothing to do with them. When light, clarity, revelation, disclosure. When dark, distortion, gaslighting, excuses. Okie dokie artichoke. Moving on to the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck, because I love it for the positive vibes. Let's plop that baby right there. How you doing, fam? I hope that you're having a wonderful day whenever it is that you happen upon this. Yeah, I feel like at this point, this is just a byproduct of certain things, right? So perhaps we can consider this a little soothing, you know? Like maybe we're getting the truth, but it's, you know, it's got its hand on our back and it's very soothing, if that makes any sense. Okay, that's why. So, what is your favorite form of escapism? What is it that is your comfort food, basically? What's your burrito mode? And is it possible that you've done it too much recently? Or have you been trying, like, it's a new day. There's new adventures to be had, new experiences. But there's still something. There's just that something that keeps you, some very important parts of you. The word I'm getting right now is caged, quite frankly. It's a cushy cage. Look at all those pillows. I'll give you that. You know, we figure out our creature comforts. Where's the camera? Oh, that's right. We figure out our creature comforts, don't we, fan? Especially at this age. We know what we like. We know what we don't like. But there's something that we haven't quite... Do you keep watching things? Because there's this illumination happening right now that's kind of like a TV, even though they're holding a book. Fam, I'm still caught on how we began with the sun, but that's the other one. Or did we... Oh, wait. Did we begin here and then I kind of spread them out that way? Fam. Is editing Amy confirming? So yeah, that's really being put in our faces right now. But it still feels comfortable. It's still gentle and respectful, but I know it says come home to yourself, but I think there's a point, one of, anyway, the points being made is not only do you have every right to be comfortable within yourself, within your own skin, not only should those be kind thoughts that you use with yourself, but there's something you're meant to be sharing. There's something that's meant to be out there in whatever form, whether you're a poet or you're in business, whatever that essence is that you've been hoarding. Because right now, you've been hoarding. You've been caging yourself up. Maybe you've had those in the past who have really poo-pooed on your parade, and it's made it difficult for you to be willing to share. I used to have these friends that was basically my own writers group back when I was like in my early 20s, late teens-ish. And it was so great spending time with them because, you know, we were all writers and artists. And so, you know how things will come up randomly and people are, you know, brainstorming basically, like those moments, right? They're so good. So maybe you just need to find your writers group, you know? You need to find your kindred souls that you can spend time with. And because of all of this escapism, all of this time spent within that hermit shell on the mountain, it's kind of difficult, huh? something that used to be taken a wee bit for granted is kind of difficult to open back up and be like, oh yeah, I guess I can leave a comment on a YouTube video, or, you know, join this Facebook group, or, you know, whatever. Share your writing. Put in a query letter, you know, like whatever it may be. Expand, because you've been learning new skills and it's time to get the new job, right? And all these signs, all of these things are like, yes, but it's still so cozy. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's give it at least one good shuffle. Oh, that was pretty. Yeah. What is the clarification mat? Bam, I'm doing this first thing in the morning. I haven't even warmed up. No, I'm not supposed to sound the best when I do that. It's pure silliness. Oh. And we're starting with the 5 of Swords. What is that, fam? Whenever I see that, I tend to think of bridges burned. And honestly, to me, the person in the foreground seems pretty content with this. Like, it didn't have to be this way. But y'all had to play. Y'all had to fuck around and find out. And now I'm tired of your shit, and I'm not going to take it anymore. To me, this sounds like placing boundaries, and some people are just all up in their feels about it. They don't like it. And that's their freaking problem, dude. That's their problem. What is this vibe? When I see the Knight of Pentacles, I'm always trying to figure out, like, has this taken a while? Has this been a long time coming? Or are we feeling like it's taking forever and it's adding to our anxiety? The Ace? Really? Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, and, oh, see, you've been doing the work. Okay, time. You've been putting the time in. You took some risks. And you were like, hey, I need to take care of me now. I need to follow my goals. I need to follow my soul and what I've been wanting to do. Maybe you've been very internal for a while now, but you haven't been wasting that time. You've been learning, you've been growing, you've been, like I said, building new skills and stuff. Scratching the itch of curiosity, right? And maybe people have been, like, taking it for granted. Not really, you know, it's like they know, but they don't really know. And it's like, well, if you would actually pay attention, there wouldn't be this confusion between us, because I've been communicating the whole time. Those are the swords. That's mental clarity being gained. And yet, maybe some of those were really important people once upon a time. And now you're surrounded by ashes. Who else is surrounded by ashes, fam? Phoenixes? So don't give up. This new venture, this new passion and creativity and opportunities, they're not done yet. They're just getting started. It's not quite time for harvest. I know it's harvesting season, so that means it's almost time. Okay, let's move some buddies around. All right. Oh, I kind of want to put one there before going down to the second row. Doing it. What did I say, fam? Oh, fam, what did I say? It's almost done. So close. You're so close. You've been, dude, fam, are you, how much have you really been putting out there? And you're already burned out. You're already burned out. But looky, you're so close. So close. So which is it right now? Because if you're not actually harvesting and trying to bring it on in, soon, hashtag soon, fam. Oh. Of all places for the 4. Now I'm looking at numbers. We got a 3 up there. That's 2 7s. 3 7s, technically. Oh. I don't know if you're feeling alone. You know? Or what's going on. But I do know that you don't have to be alone. Whatever that looks like for you. Whether, you know, hashtag life has you in absolute homebody mode right now. May you at least have the internet. Right? Because you can still talk to people. You have the door to the entire world. Anyone that has access to the internet, fam. That can be incredible. That can be scary. It can be whatever you can make it into. Whole bunch of possibilities, right? See what falls under the Ace of Wands. Boosh. Mastery. You have not been wasting your time. Is that why the Page of Swords is coming in? Are you feeling a bit like a noob? Is that what's scaring you the most about letting people see what you're doing, what you're getting into? Fam, you're getting into some good shit. Why wouldn't you be able to share it? If you have people around you that are unworthy of seeing it, you need to expand, fam. That's what this is telling. This is like, then expand. Move. Figure out the hows. Figure out the wheres and what that means for you. Because it's okay for it to mean something different for you than to everybody else, man. It's okay. You can care for others and still do your own thing. And maybe you don't need me to say that for you. You already know that. But it still feels good here, huh? Like-minded, oh my goodness gracious. Like-minded individuals. YouTube, please. My stomach. I don't know. Normally my grumbles don't quite make it to the microphone, but whew. So the Lovers, I'm feeling it more so in the angle of self-love and remembering that you're worthy of this. That seems to be the most difficult aspect of the law of assumption and attraction and just living the life we want, huh? For so many of us. Is really, truly believing and accepting that we deserve it. That we've, because I don't know, because like saying things like, oh, well, you've earned it and all those yada yadas, like, excuse me. I feel like those who have a tendency to be very self-deprecating and reclusive, really all too often have a tendency to not fully grasp and understand how incredible and special you truly are. The fact that you can exist in this world and still have know darn well that you have blood pumping into those veins and into that heart, that your own body itself is following the flow of give and receive, right? It's like all too often when we look in the mirror, we just don't see what others see when they look at us. How are you someone who can bring so much joy into another person's life when all too often you feel like you're falling apart? You can't speak for others. You can't think for others. You can listen to them when they tell you how they feel and what they think, right? So I don't know what voices you've had over, taking over the voices that actually belong in your head. But it's time to come out of that shell. It's time to accept how incredible you are. The people who are capable of love, even in their darkest moments, listen, I know it's different to be capable and to admit to it. Those are two completely different things, so all right. To be fair. But in a world like ours, to be among those who are capable still, after everything you've been through, having to burn those bridges, possibly being a little apathetic, maybe having phases, maybe you've closed out everything else because you don't want to mess up this moment. You don't want to disrespect it. You know how sacred it is, and you've just been trying to cultivate and trying to evolve and heal, and maybe you've lost track of time. And yet you keep looking at things and being like, when? But where's your community? Right? Maybe it's not those you're actually related to. Maybe it's kindred souls. And it's okay if at times you don't agree, as long as you're all able to vibe and respect, and it's mutual, give and receive. Right? I am just waxing poetic all over the place today. Hello there. Hello there. Aww, you've got this. You've got this. This king knows, like the kings, the queens, they know exactly what they're doing. This king in particular has a salamander buddy. Because, wands are fire, right? Wow, we do have them all represented, fam. We got the sword. We use it when we need to, don't we? If you wouldn't mess around, I wouldn't have to put you in your place. I wouldn't have to remind you to respect my boundaries. And if you don't like that, I wish you the best. I'm very capable of loving you from afar, friend, and just sending you some positive vibes because I do wish you the best. But I'm tired of your shit, and I'm ready to move on no matter how long it takes. I've got this. I want it. I got it. It might take some time. I'm getting freaking tired. Okay, fine. Like, what the fuck? Hey. You know, maybe you've been making baby steps. You know, coming out of your shell a bit. Whatever that means for you. But there's mastery going on with this skill. And that's why I do absolutely believe it's something you're meant to be sharing. This is the new chapter. This is a new thing. And you're not wasting your time. You're growing, you're cultivating, you're learning more and more and more, including what that means for you. And you're tired and you need a nap. Maybe a little bit of a Rumpelstiltskin moment, but hey. That salamander is there because we're now impervious to fire. The air, the wind from our wings, phoenixes, has spread those ashes to the four corners, and we got this. The epilogue. Wow. What's at the bottom? Oh my goodness. Okay, so we got 2 9s. What are these numbers? Okay. Yeah. We began with the 5 of Swords, and where our epilogue is the Queen of Swords, technically the final chapter is the King of Wands. Harnessing those passions, harnessing that creativity. Are you helping others? I'm thinking of someone, a friend of mine, that I haven't spoken to him in a while, but he's an artist, an incredible artist. But his day job was for a company, a really big company in LA County that I probably shouldn't name names because they are huge. But for him, it's selling his soul to pay his bills, right? For him and his honey to have their home and all that good. And yet he's also taught in the evenings at the local college. Art and stuff, right? I mean, damn, fam. In this time, have you learned enough that you could share your knowledge with others? Or is it time to harvest? As far as I'm concerned, the bottom of the deck is the vibe. It's the ultimate vibe going on, fam. That's an awful lot of yellowing. Quite frankly, the way that, oh my God, is this something you've really been interested in and stuff ever since you were a kid? Or has being able to do this made you feel young again? Or both? Why not both? Because like from my angle, what I was saying with these foils, from my angle, there's a lot of yellow vibing back at me. And if I move this, even that dude. Wow. Aw, listen, it's okay. It's okay. You're getting there. It's all the part of the process. I see something that's really been, I was looking through, I don't even know why at this point. I was scrolling through the tarot subreddit the other day, and someone was like, nah, that was just a coincidence. And I was like, what the fuck coincidence, right? I feel like the more I age, the less I believe in coincidences. Because, like, come on. This is like, are you kidding me? The way this has flown. The flow, man. The flow. Like, you not only have, this is a balance. If this isn't actual people being represented, you, or in your life, that's some pretty dang sweet balance. You're not, you may feel new. This may all feel new. But this, you've been performing a balancing act for yourself. Wow, fam. So yeah, I don't read futures, but I read vibes. And I can confirm for you. And I'm of the kind where I feel like, especially the people I subscribe to here on YouTube, like tarot readers are kind of like life coaches. We remind you of how freaking awesome you are. You know what I mean? Like, just love yourself. To give is to receive. It's all energy. Worry about what you can control because you're rocking that shit. What you can, you're mastering self-control amongst other things, aren't you, fam? And that's just the lesson of life. That's just the ultimate lesson of life. And you're rocking that shit, or else we wouldn't be seeing the 8 of freaking Pentacles underneath the Ace of Wands. Are you kidding me, fam? Holy shitballs, Batman. All right, moving on. Let's do some extra notes. Thank you so much for listening to me babble, first and foremost. I'm in awe. That's one of my favorite things about tarot, is how constantly in all of these readings, I just find myself in complete awe. It's just really cool. And I do these videos because I want to share these vibes, you know? I don't want to hoard them to myself. I'm really comfortable doing so, I'm just saying, but I want to share them because they're really cool. And they're very positive. And we need more of that in the world. I see Gemini. Who's the Gemini? Treat yourself. Aww. Please don't go crazy and spend all your money. Please don't do that. But something tells me there's something very simple that, confirmation as far as I'm concerned, that's my mom. If there's something very simple that you keep putting off, like, why? You're so cozy up in here, so what's that? Like, it's only $1.99. What's that about? What? That one didn't want to stay up there. Oh. Yeah. What would I have pulled if I did it the way I wanted to? Oh. A Leo, apparently. Flip. African proverb. To a man who's afraid, everything rustles. God, I love that. I want to get it tattooed on my back, seriously. My tattoos for my back are like representing the things that I choose to carry on my shoulders, right? Through my life journey. And I want to get that on my back. Wow, fam. Hi, grandparents or elder. You are very loved and very watched over. Maybe that's who the gift is from. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me, fam. I really appreciate it. This is so many positive vibes, and I really hope that this has helped. Even just a little bit. Even just a little bit. Because you don't deserve this, fam. And you don't deserve to do that to yourself. All right? So let's try to, let's work on the healthier coping mechanisms and reminders, whether it's affirmations, what? Whether it's affirmations or meditations, whatever it is, because I did have a glimpse of that 4 of Swords right there underneath the 9 of freaking Cups. You know, there's also the another 5 in there, but that doesn't have to be a negative card. Maybe you're worried about competition. Fam, what competition? No one compares to you. No one. You are your only competition. The you of it. Really quick belly grumble on that one. You are your only competition. And look how much you've grown. Why did I just in my head here? You can teach an old dog new tricks. Listen. Alrighty, fan. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. And until next time, I love you.